the one with the cloud? Ah, yay. Thank you, magic people. There it is. All right. Can y'all see that? Okay. Okay. Um, Good morning, beloveds. I'll keep you waiting. The previous time I was up here, the inspiration was titled Realizing Your Divine. Realizing your divine. It's personal, as I mentioned, not you are. I can say you are all day, and you can say everybody else is. But when you say, I am, each time you say, I am, there's a deeper realization that's happening. It was an exploration into the deeper self, to your God self. And as that goodness that the God self is, to experience the collective vibration of consciousness, sort of the Cliff Notes juicy part of the talk. I also noted that to begin the realization process, you were called to make a commitment. You spoke an affirmation right here in this room. Do you remember what that was? I am ready was the affirmation. I am ready. I am ready to realize a deeper connection that's already here. So for those of you who were here and affirmed that for yourself, how's it working for you? Is it working for you? Yeah. Thank you. Yoo-hoo, it's being called upon. And so I also mentioned that your divine evolution consists of three components: divine action, divine ownership, and divine truth. Believe and know and declare that I am divine. I am divine. Say that, please. I am divine. And when we do that, our life shows up for us as you, as that divine. In order for your life to be something greater than it has been, you must embrace what? A greater idea. Always a greater idea. Now, my life's been full of a lot of great things. And about the time you go, oh, ain't it great? Oh, there's something else over here. Look at that. You know, so there's always something that is either calling, cajoling, pushing, dragging us to a greater idea. I call it the spiritual knothole. We get pulled through it sometimes to something beyond. It's like, wow, who knew? Ernest Holmes wrote in the textbook on page 241, and I quote, this person must be shown or be aware that in mind there is perfect freedom, and that in this freedom nothing can bind him, either mentally or physically, that nothing that he ever did or thought or that anyone else did or thought can bind him, that every life of God is his freedom, and is his freedom, that this infinite life and action compels him to act out of the truth about himself. Do you get all that? I didn't. This person must be shown that in mind there is perfect freedom, and that in this freedom nothing can bind him, either mentally or physically, that nothing that he ever did or thought or that anyone else did or thought can bind him, that the very life of God is his freedom, that this infinite life and action compels him to act out the truth about himself. Whew. Christine, Reverend Christine, help. I know. I thought about you in your class. So, slide, please. There it is. People wait all day for 5 p.m., all week for Friday, all summer for winter, all winter for summer, and all of life for happiness. But don't let the pursuit of tomorrow diminish the joy of today. Chase, chase, chase. Gotta get, get, get. We already have. We already have. Beloveds, joy is at hand. All you need to do is accept the worth of the divine blessing you already are. Now, the picture of the clouds, can you bring that up again? I'm asking a lot, I know. Come on, clouds. Okay, so today's inspiration is titled Honoring the Divine. First it was revealing, and now it's honoring. So, question I have for you, what is the divine? Anyone? Love? We are divine? Spirit? Good. Everything. All that is. Recognition of it. Well, this is my little crumbs to the top of the soup. The divine is the atmosphere of individual creative expression. Each of you as an individual, you. Each of you is an individual, you. As I am I. You are also I. You got that? Yeah. Sometimes the atmosphere in which you're trying to create is a bit trying, isn't it? Very cloudy, very tumultuous. So where to begin? This image is one that I took with my iPhone. And I thought, oh my gosh, it so reminds me of the teaching symbol. And so I captured it. And it's part of me is just being aware of wherever I am. Being aware of my surroundings, not just focused on the although that's how it got here, but it was out there. It was out there. It's all here, and we're in it. So, in the book that we're using to speak from, which is again in our bookstore over here, The Book of Not Knowing by Peter Ralston. Look at all that. Look at all that. We don't know much, but I know I love you. There's a section that he writes, it's on page 36, called Empty Your Cup. Love that. And so I quote, at the point of every inquiry from Zen Buddhism to the cutting edge of science is openness and not knowing. Within these endeavors, there is always a possibility that something true or profound can be discovered. That's why I'm called Wonder Man. And I invite you to join me in, this merry band of wonder. So to me, empty your cup refers to the fact that you and I, like the cup, we are full of our own opinions and our own speculations, aren't we? So how can you honor your divine unless you first empty your cup? If there's no room and your cup is full, well, beloveds, you empty your cup refers to the fact that, like the cup, like I said, you're full of your own opinions. So we are called to not be a know-it-all at all, are we? I when my cup was really full, I would be in conversation, and my first thought was, "Oh, I know all that. I know all that. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know all that." But I've learned to say, "Really? Oh, well, tell me more about that. Tell me more about that." One thing is tattoos. My cup was full on tattoos. Boy, I was in judgment big time. And then I asked one question about these beautifully artwork. Both arms were just beautiful. I said, "Tell me about that." And he said, "It's my story. When I was addicted to drugs, alcohol, and sex. It's a reminder every day of where I was and where I've come." He's now a doctor in this science of mind. So my cup is less full now, and maybe more filled with those sorts of ingredients. So when you don't know and ask yourself, or somebody else, tell me more. I need more information. So when you're open, you have a mental atmosphere that is also open. It isn't. You might say on the outside, "Oh, I'm open," but maybe you're really not. I'm going to listen, but you're still wrong. Now, none of us in here have done that or out there, right? Oh no. Denial. So to be open, receptive in our mental atmosphere is where you let the breezes of the divine evolve you by repatterning the images you've created and stored. Got that from the cloud. Albert Einstein noted, "The true value of a human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from the self." Oh my. It's in the book. It's in the book. So, now, to the non-body behind me. This is from the book of not knowing. It is true in our culture we are rarely accepted for who we actually are as a being. Instead, we are appreciated, valued, and loved primarily for what we do, how we look and act, and what we say. Many times, in order to be valued, we are moved to adopt a persona, to develop and display an assumed social image or personality. When we dissect anyone's habits of character and methods of trying to fulfill needs, we find many adopted attributes. In short, masks and hats. I really believe that search for fulfilling truth, being fulfilled, is what's part of the wild vibration in the world right now. People trying to fit in, find a place, fit. Where do I belong? Where do I belong? So, here we go. This tattered flag is from our flagpole. That's how much breeze we get through our neighborhood. And it's tattered, it's torn. But to me, it represented what has come before in our lives. And also to honor Memorial Day. So these are some of the, I'd like you to take a moment and tell me what you first image when you see Is it a sport? Is it a experience? What do you get? Huh? Oh, well, yeah, I kind of like it actually. Hiking in the woods, baseball. Okay. Okay. It's a brand. So love that. I love that. Love that. See, here's identifying with something. Yeah. It's all good. It's just they belong to something. Now, oh, souvenir hat from one of our trips to Switzerland. Traveler. It's branded. It's got to where you go, oh, you know. You what? You think? You've been a naughty girl. You weren't? Uh, uh, oh. So this is my, okay, okay, okay. This is one of my newest ones. Yeah, it is. It is actually. And let's see. Oh yeah. You can't forget this one, right? Yeah. Now this is from my being born in Texas and raised there, and collecting all the myths and so forth that come with it, and some I still keep in my cup. But Connie, hi, you came in at the right time. The Cowboys arrived. So these are some of my hats of history. Some of the things that more of them today come out of the things I love. I don't really identify as anyone so strongly. And in this teaching, some of the steps are in class. This is the shawl of a licensed practitioner, and you'll see that here today. Would our practitioners please stand? Ministers and practitioners in the room. Let's give them a hand. We support you, whether you want it or not, whether you know it or not, in prayer treatment every single day. And the next step of my evolution in this teaching is one of those put me through the knothole. I don't want that. Is the ordination stole or shawl. That's where this evolution of spirit has brought me today. And so all that's behind me is part of my cup still, but I don't identify fully as any one thing. They're all different aspects of my evolution, and you have them as well. So I think it's important to take a moment to identify those for yourself and to cherish them. Maybe write down some things about yourself that you loved about that time of life. And it's time to go home. Ooh, last call. We have plenty. We got 2 more hours here. So, question: how could you more openly honor the divine in your life? I think be present with you, with who and why you are, why you are. What have you come to share, to teach, to learn, and to receive? What nourishes the childlike wonder in you? And like I said, I love this cloud image, so I share it with you today. It's important to share what you love with everyone that wants to see it. You're validating who you are. Clouds are just always been so wonderful to me. The clouds is always changing. It's like life. It offers a sort of a movie to me. When I was a child, I would just look at the clouds and I would wait for them to change into a new form. I thought, oh, that's or there's oh, it's gone. Oh, there's another one. So that expectation of change and wonder, and here comes a new one, a new experience, a new thing to love and appreciate. That's our life. That's pure joy. Clouds are always in the right place, time, and form. Next slide, please. There it is. I was reminded of the 4 immutable laws of spirit, which are whoever is present are the right people. Whenever it begins is the right time. Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. And when it's over, it's over. Like the wisdom of the cloud, the divine float. Don't make it harder than it is. Why do we do that? I don't know. Well, Ernest Holmes tells us in the Science of Mind textbook on page 263, you want to look it up. Everything that we do should be a success. And we should be led to do those things which are constructive and worthwhile. To bring a realization of the presence of the Spirit into all our acts is to that God is all, even in the slightest. To bring a realization of the presence of the Spirit into all our acts is to realize that God is all, even in the slightest things which we undertake. Next slide. Ask for more. The universe isn't on a budget. Love that. Love that. If you don't ask, you don't get. Might take a while or not. We don't know. Give it to the cloud. Everything else goes there. So empty your cup of all the other stuff you've been believing. Drop the baggage that others have handed to you. It's not yours anymore. It never was. Take off those hats and those masks of blame, shame, and whatever false belief you've been bagging around. They are not true for you. They are not true for you. They're not true for you. Believe anew. They're not true for you, so believe anew. Open your mind to a greater idea. And as you do open up your cup of belief, you'll see more clearly what is yours to be. Truth is truth. Being you is honoring your divine. Okay, so if you'd like to join me in a closing affirmation, you can repeat after me. No matter where I was born, I am divine. No matter what I've experienced or how I feel about that experience, no matter what I've experienced or how I feel about that experience, I am divine. No matter what people tell me, I am divine. No matter what, I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. So it is. I have a short closing affirming song that I'm not going to sing, but the AV team will let us hear it.